Okay. Alright. Okay. Hope you're doing well, guys. Just make sure the audio levels are okay before we begin. Alright. So we're just waiting for confirmation in the chat. Alright, cool. Hey. And we start the stream with audio again. Okay, alright. There we go. Right. Hopefully that's a little better. Just making sure, we'll just go before we begin, make sure the volume's okay. Yeah, Tariq's there saying, I'm using data, Masako. That's how dedicated I am. Oh, well, yeah, I do appreciate that, man. I know about data plans. They are pretty intense. So thank you for your commitment. Okay, it seems to be a little better now. Okay. Right. So, I think we'll use this to be good to beginning. So, good evening, everyone. This is the debrief for Dragon Ball Super episode 96. We are going to just be here today to talk about the episode, talk about Dragon Ball in general. If you've got any questions that you wish to fire my way, you can leave a super chat or a part of patrol thing for it to guaranteed to be answered. So that means you know that I'm definitely going to go and see it. So just leave it either super chat below by clicking the dollar thing, or part of patrol donation here, and I will pick it up and I will read your comment to make sure it definitely gets read. But in any case, so episode 96, man, that was rather something. I think my biggest issue that I have with it was just Vegeta. Vegeta was written poorly in this episode, and I had to cut out a thing in my review, but I definitely talked about the fact that whoever was writing the dialogue for this episode really does not like Vegeta, because everything that's been done up until now, it's been completely ignored. So Vegeta is just suddenly going like, oh no, I'm talking about our Saiyan pride, and then Kaba's coming in and going like, get away from me, and stuff like that, and you're just thinking, oh, that's alright. No, that's not alright. No, it's not good. Ugh. Yeah, but it's definitely something a little unnerving, yeah. But yeah, Gabriel Wright Dunn is back in, saying, thank you very much, by the way. How about making the Tien the topic of a discussion? Oh yeah, well definitely. Tien, there's a lot to talk about with Tien, because the fact is that he is based off aliens, and that his origins are from another world. I can't quite remember the name of his race, but it is listed somewhere, like in a Daizenshu. But that'll be interesting to kind of think about, and whether Toriyama planned it or whether he just made it up at the last minute. Probably made it up at the last minute, but yeah. Mark Morgan saying, I got a question. I think Akira has forgotten about the fact two gods of destruction fighting could destroy the universe. Did we forget about that? I think he did. That is actually a very good point, Mark. Because, yeah, two gods of destruction aren't supposed to be fighting one another, because otherwise it will destroy the universe. Unless we're only seeing a fraction of their power, and the world of Void can handle it. And obviously the Kachin metal, it's meant to be the strongest material in all of reality, and even that got destroyed. So, Now, hopefully, they'll make sure that it doesn't. And I must admit, the fact that the Grand Priest just went like, oh, it's like saying, oh, well, you caused the damage. You be more than capable of being able to fix it. And I thought, ha, nice. That's funny. Alright. Ronnie Mercado. What if no one gets eliminated? Oh, I think there'll be definitely people eliminated just for the sake of not animating as many people, and just to also imply the seriousness of the tournament. Because if nobody died, then what would be the point of adding that, you know, bonus of like if you fall out or if you lose, you die. So I think we're definitely going to see people succumb to either falling out of the ring or getting knocked out. Black Noctis, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, GP Demon, you say, oh, I didn't forget that it happened in the baseball episode. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah, my bad, my bad, because as much as I love that episode, the only thing I remember about it is just Yamcha this, Yamcha that, so I must admit. TKO552 saying, I thought you did a killer job on the latest episode of DBZ. Oh, thanks, dude. That was a lot of fun to record for. And trying to do that instant Kamehameha was something I was really dead set on getting right. Because it means a lot. It means a lot to people. Siegfried Ball. With Cell having both Frieza and Saiyan cells in him, do you think he could go both Golden form or as well as Super Saiyan Blue? Well, I don't know, but I feel like he's definitely capable of Zenkai boost, so I think if he was revived properly, he would definitely get a Zenkai boost. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know. I just think it's really strange. Gabriel Wright done again, thank you. What do you think will happen if there's a tie? If there's an actual tie? Oh, well, I think either the Omni Kings would either be quite diplomatic and say that both universes get to survive, or he'll just destroy them both of them. It sounds like something he'd do. Just going like, oh, well, they both get to die. Lol. And then nobody wins. Yeah, but who's gonna stop the Omni King? He can change his mind at the last minute. The Grand Priest could say, oh yeah, you know, oh that one winning universe thing. Oh no, that's not true. Okay, bye. Okay, we've got Imja Super Saiyan Blue Goku saying, hey Masako, just wanted to say I appreciate your dedicated videos covering Dragon Ball Super. I agree about Vegeta, but I do think that he isn't quite himself around Frieza. I'm still disappointed in what DBS did to Goku versus maturity in DBZ. Well, I think the thing is, though, with Goku and Dragon Ball Super, we are just seeing him for what he truly is. Something that we didn't see in the original dub. So now we as a fan base are having to come to terms with the fact that this is a different Goku being written for us. But, yeah, Vegeta, you got a good point there. Vegeta being different around Frieza as if he's being a bit more irrational. But the trouble is, like, he should know. He should know that Vegeta's going to get under his skin, and should therefore not rise to it. So he should be aware of it, but quite clearly, he's not. He's constantly goaded by Frieza, and if he can't get over it, then he's going to struggle. He's going to struggle majorly. Baka Shinigami, thank you very much. What are your thoughts on the Yardratian? I feel like maybe Yardratians, I think somebody actually pointed it out on Twitter, and it seemed to make sense that maybe they do originate from Universe 2, and there's like a colony on Universe 7. Considering that they use instant transmission, they probably just instant transmission to different universes all the time, because it's their technique. They probably know how to do it, and they've fully mastered it. It's probably like an innate technique that other universes can learn, and the other races can learn, but to them, it's maybe it's something they're born with. But yeah, who's to say? We might actually see him talk. I mean, that is if they do get buddy-buddy. Ecliptic Gamer, thank you very much. Hit versus Jiren. Oh, I would bet money to say that I think we would see Hit versus Jiren fighting. I mean, we'll be seeing Jiren fight Goku mainly, but I imagine that Hit will get a look in. Or like Hit will just like say, you know, who is this goon? And then Jiren like intimidates him or something. But honestly, the way they introduced Jiren in this episode was perfect. Because he didn't say anything other than just saying, get lost. And we were going like, whoa, okay, where did he come from? Like, I thought he would be quite, like, antisocial towards Goku, but like that? Whoa, okay, I'm impressed. Son Goku says, alright, just let him cop a little feel. In the Goku voice. There you go. Ron McMahon, thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Kong Moa thinks Hit's gonna get jobbed, as in like he's gonna get wrecked. I really don't think that. I think they won't body Hit, as in like I think he'll probably be one of the ones that is still around, because they've been building Hit up a lot, and to just suddenly go, oh yeah, no, he's gonna die or something like that. You just think, well, no, that's not part of his character. He's meant to be everlasting and unbeatable, so he will probably make it through to the end of the tournament. But in terms of actually figuring something significantly until the end, I think he'll probably fade into the background a little bit. But hopefully he'll come back strong. Black Noctis back in, saying, oh, thanks, mate. Hey, MasakoX, I'd love to see Kefla get inspired by Goku like Kaba was to Vegeta. She was cold to Kaba until he showed her his power. Oh, I'm pretty sure that once Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and Kefla sees it, she's going to be going like, you, what did you do? How did you do that? And she'll want to learn. She'll eventually want to learn, and yeah, she'll change her tune, definitely. Homeless Gamers, thank you very much. Love your work on episode 59. Will the Z Warriors find Kale's transformation eerily familiar, hinting at Broly, thus proving the movies are canon? I think the way that Toei and Toriyama are portraying this, that they will be very careful with their execution with this. So, they'll either go, oh my god, what the hell is that? Or they'll go, that looks familiar. Vegeta, do you have any idea? Or something like that. Their reaction is paramount as to the status of the movie. I imagine that they will be very careful, and if they do actually acknowledge Broly's existence in some way, then that's just going to throw the entire thing into disarray and confusion, and I don't think Toei's all about that. They'll find some way of getting around it, or they'll go like, they'll just say, oh, I've never seen that before. So I think that's how they'll handle it. They're gonna tread very, very cautiously when it comes to that. Definitely. The Ember Player. Sorry to ask, but what is your favorite DBS character, like good guy or bad guy? And by the way, thanks Ron McMahon for the extra super chat. That's a good question. The Ember Player. My favorite character at the moment, I like Whis, but he technically was from the movies, so I can't necessarily use him. But my favorite character that's come from Super specifically, it's got to be Toppo. Toppo is just amazing. He is the spiritual leader of the Pride Troopers. I mean, yeah, Jiren is the strongest, but Toppo is the captain. And just the way he acts is fantastic. And I was a bit over-emotional when the Pride Troopers did their pose and stuff like that. And I was just like, oh my god, this is perfect. They did this so well and so masterfully. It was beautiful, I must admit. White people stop dabbing. What if Goku married Bulma? Oh, you won't believe how many times I get answered that. And don't worry, I will make sure that that happens, you know, in the future. Maybe not for this, not for this coming What If week. Let me just see. What have I got in mind? What have I got in store? Oh yeah, I've got some decent ideas coming for July, and while I'm actually working on those videos next week, because the week after that, from July the 6th, I'm actually going to be in Connecticut for Kineticon, joining Kaiser Neko and Antfish and iTunes. So, if you're going to be in the Hartford area, you know, that weekend for Kineticon, then, you know, be sure to see me there and say hi. Let's see. Akira Okami, thank you very much. Who do you think will get eliminated first from 7, and how do you think they'll get eliminated? And good evening, how are you today? Well, I'm doing pretty well, thanks. Bit tired, but, you know, I thought I'd come chime in for at least a little half hour. So about 15 minutes in. So, otherwise I'm okay, I hope you're doing well. Who do I think eliminated first from 7? Well, it's either going to be, comedically, it's going to be Roshi. You know, because his training will probably be in vain once he sees the likes of Universe 2. Hopefully it's not like that. I think I think to make some impact, we'll probably see someone quite significant fall out quite early, like maybe Piccolo, or we might see oh, I don't know. I mean, quite clearly Frieza and Frost are gonna be like pretending to be, you know, interested in looking after each other, but they could like double cross each other, so essentially they're triple crossing. Seems like something they do. JDragon247. Which universe do you think will lose first? It's probably either gonna be Universe 9 or Universe 10. Because all the build-up for Universe 10, they were saying, oh, you just need muscle to beat people. And then they will be completely and utterly decimated. So, like, no, it's not just about... It's not just about power. You need to have the strategy to back it up. D4 in Japan, thank you very much. Do you think the tournament will end with a winner, or some other threat will occur that will interrupt it? All the gods in one place away from their universe, it seems opportune for a villain to strike. Absolutely, that is a very good point. It could end with a winner. It could end with multiple people, like, because it doesn't necessarily have to be one guy. It could easily be multiple people get to the end, and then it's just the universe with the most number of people left over win. So there could easily be maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 fighters, but maybe like there are 3 from Universe 7, 3 from Universe 6, or something like that. You don't really know. It could always turn out like that. But you're saying about all the being attacked from an unknown threat. Yeah, I mean that could easily happen. Probably, I thought the Grand Priest would go berserk, but maybe something else comes into play. I mean, I hope we can get like a proper tournament, because it's been hyped up for so long, and for suddenly something just get in the way, it would be a little bit awkward, and it would a little bit disappointing for people looking forward to this tournament, just a straight up tournament. But no, good question, man. Keith Myers Productions, thank you very much. Since Gogeta made an appearance in DB Heroes, what do you think the chances are of seeing the character appearing in Super? Well, since Potara are quite clearly not going to happen, so we might not see Vegeta in the tournament itself, maybe if there's something going wrong. I think maybe if they are desperate, Goku and Vegeta might do the fusion dance. But considering how weirdly they're writing Vegeta in this arc, or at least in this half of the arc, I would not be surprised if Vegeta... You know what? I actually wouldn't be surprised if Vegeta gets knocked out early. So, that question from earlier, like from Akira, saying who might get the first one knocked out, I think it might be Vegeta. I think it might be Vegeta. Because he will be constantly going on about, ugh, I have to share the same air as Frieza. Oh no. I've fallen out. I'm falling. Oh no. I could easily see that happening. Oh, look at that. Cynical Media. Thank you very much. Asking about Vegeta's odds in the tournament. He will either make it through all the way into the end, or he'll be the first one to go out. Because he'll, out of his stupid Saiyan pride. And, yeah. I could easily see that happening. But what Cynical Media says, he personally thinks he'll realize what happens if he loses. He'll go full out to save his family. Maybe he gets a new transformation. I don't think he'll get a new transformation in this arc. I think the only person that might, judging from the opening, is Goku. But I can easily imagine Vegeta cocking it up and just making it just difficult for himself. I really would not be surprised for that happening. Luna Wolf is saying, will we get to see a 3 versus 3 Saiyan fight? That could be interesting. I mean, I would be very interested to see Kaba and Vegeta fighting again. Them just going like, hey Vegeta, look what I can do. And then, yeah, trying to beat Vegeta and then failing. Just trying to impress his master is all. Do maybe 2, thank you very much. How well do you think, the show will handle the deaths of the various universes? Like showing Goasu being erased, Beerus having to contend with Champa's death, etc. Or might they flub it, in your opinion? I think they flub it. I think ultimately none of the universes are going to get destroyed. And they'll bottle it in some way. Going like, oh no. And the Omni King's just saying, oh, you know what? Oh, you guys were so good. I'm not going to destroy the universes. Or they'll forget, or they'll fall asleep. Like, maybe they'll be so excited they'll have collapsed, like over-gasped or something, and they'll have fallen asleep. And then Grand Priest says, well, don't worry about it. You know, we'll figure it out some other time. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. But in terms of if it did happen, handle the deaths, I think it'd be very emotional, and I think Beerus, if Champa was deleted, then that might make things a little bit more emotional. Christian Long, thank you very much. Since time doesn't exist in the void, think we could see an unlimited fusion time if they do end up doing the dance. Oh, I'm not sure whether if it's like a pocket of reality where time doesn't exist, then that's interesting. That might be quite curious. I don't know. Again, nobody's ever done the fusion dance in a world of void where time effectively stands still like a pocket dimension that Whis does. So it's untested. It's untested waters. It's uncharted. I'll say that. But good question though. I'll keep an eye out for that. Good idea, Christian. Prodigy X 2009. Thank you very much. Potential Golden Frieza helps Frost become golden, and it's 2 versus all. Even potential for Vegeta to wish the sands of Universe 6 to 7 and a new planet. That is if Vegeta's the best fighter. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. If he actually pulled his finger out and, you know, helped. Maybe Frieza could give Frost the starting information to become a Golden Frost. But ultimately, if they obviously get destroyed, then it doesn't happen. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we'll see Frost turn golden. I think that ship has sailed. Beast J, thank you very much. Your thoughts on the universe with only 8 fighters? Oh, you mean Universe 4? Well, there was a comment that Tenshinhan made saying that somebody said, oh, there are only 8 fighters there. And then he said, no, there are more, but their powers are faint, but I can sense them. So, it either shows that Universe 4's fighters are weak, the other 2 that are hidden, or they're trying to suppress the power level, and they're not doing exactly good a job. Because you know what our guys do? They weaken their power level, something chronic. Borgordhas, I think fusion via Potara, because they're an outside asset, because they require Potara earrings. I think that's not allowed. But I think if you have an ability or something like that, that's okay. I don't think fusion's been categorically outlawed. So, yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Bombchew, thank you very much. Could the reason Goku didn't push away the destructive energy be that he tried to learn how it works so he can utilize it for himself? Maybe that explains that a bit in the opening. Oh, so you think... Okay, so you think that when Goku's trying to actually contain the god energy from Sidra, he was trying to understand it, but he was not quite getting a grasp on it? It's not a bad idea, honestly. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about it. I mean, people are going to be trying to crack the mystery about... Oh, what's the word? About that new transformation of Goku, or that power-up, about what it is. But I think people are going to be flummoxed. Or we'll get it, and then it will happen, And then everyone go, oh, of course, it's so obvious now. So, I can imagine that happening, if I'm honest. Like, it would be something that we never thought about. But Hideo Ribenji? So, 2.0. Well, 2.0. Well, in any case, thank you, man. Much obliged. Patrick2589, thank you very much, man. Hi, Masako. 2 questions. 1, does the Goku voice strain your voice much? Well, definitely that's for sure. Absolutely not. Because it's very close to my regular voice. So, it's pretty easy to do. And Gohan's just that little bit harder, but still pretty good. And do you think Frieza will be ballsy enough to try and make a move on Zeno? Oh, no. I don't think he'll make a move on Zeno. I think what Frieza will do, ultimately, is he's going to be biding his time, waiting for a moment when the gods are at their most vulnerable, and then strike. So he's going to wait it out a little bit and see what happens. So he's not going to be that foolish. But I do see your point. He'd be tempted to do it, but I don't think he would, ultimately. Cynical Media, back again, thank you. I was predicting the possibility of Vegeta and Hit going at it again, but with Vegeta standing a better chance of possibly winning. Thoughts? Oh, well, basically, I mean, it could happen. It definitely has the potential of with Hit and Vegeta doing it, but I think maybe Hit just go like, oh my god, you're so weak, I can't be bothered to fight you. So, I mean, Goku will be in his sights, that's for sure. But yeah, oh wow, we're over 1,000 people. Yay! Awesome. So guys, for those of you who've just joined us, if you want to make sure your question's guaranteed to be answered, you can leave a super chat or a part of patrol thing down there. So just saying. But thank you, Cynical. Back Notice again saying, I lost it when I saw the Pride Troopers. I would love to see how everyone would get along after the tournament. Goku will lose, but will be respected. Oh no. I honestly, the only way I could see Toppo forgiving Goku for what he's done is if a big bad comes along and they have to fight together, and Goku does something extraordinarily heroic, and that impresses Toppo enough to saying, you're not bad, Goku. I'm sorry that I doubted you. And, you know, and then, I think that'll be the way. Goku has to redeem himself in some kind of heroic and honorable way in the eyes of Toppo before Toppo will even give him the time of day. Honestly. Gabriel Wright done again. Maybe Goku will have an achievement of form similar to Gohan's. Oh, well, potentially. That's not a bad idea. I mean, he could be like an ultimate variation, but there's just not quite enough evidence yet, if I'm honest. But, you know, still well-educated guess. Adele Benji, I messed up my message, but good work on DBZA. Oh, well, thanks, dude. It was a lot of fun to write. Thank you. Floofy Dragon, hi all, hi Masako, fluffy hugs for you all. Fluffy hugs are nice. Yeah, okay. So, I think we're past 11 o'clock, so I think we'll go at least for another 15 minutes. Just see how we go. But, yeah, so... Yeah, how is everyone doing tonight? Is everyone doing okay? I mean, from what I like to see is like, is everyone like doing okay? And I hope. Did you like the episode really? I mean, I just want to know. Ecliptic Gamer coming in. I believe Zeno is going to be combine the universes together. We get to keep the Universe 6 characters. The Pride Troopers are Universe 7 as well as the rest. Well, funny you should mention that, Ecliptic Gamer. In my Grand Priest video that I did with Havarok. I think the Grand Priest's plan is that he's going to be doing his plan is to unite universes under one place. So that means you don't have 12 different universes, you just have one big one. Like, maybe use a universe that's already existing, and maybe move them to it. Like, maybe they might just say, oh, Universe 7's looking a little barren, why don't we just put them all in there? So that could happen. Okay, Doomby, as a non-DBZ related question. Non-TV question. How do you write these on yourself income taxes? Do you wait for the end of the streams and send the appropriate tax due amount? Well, whatever proceeds come from the super chat, they get added to my monthly revenue I get from Screenwave. And then that gets added to my bank account, and that I declare in my income tax. So that's how it works. So anything that's given via YouTube, that just gets, bundled into my monthly revenue. And then the PayPal donations, I declare separately. So I declare them as separate income. So that's the thing, guys. If you get revenue from YouTube, write them in your taxes and declare them honestly. Because you don't want to be getting trouble with the tax man. Yeah, nobody likes paying tax, but it's a necessary thing. So don't be like the big companies that don't spend any corporation tax and get around it. I mean, there are tax deductibles, of course. There are things that, if you spend things with your money in order to make something better for you, like you're buying some new equipment, or you are doing something, like if you're paying someone, like, commission to, like, do some artwork or some, like, asset, for example, that's a tax deductible. That's how it works. So declare it and be honest and be open, because the tax people will appreciate it. So little divergent there, but I just thought I'd point it out. Frieza. Hey, Frieza. Hey, Masker. Great to see you again. I was wondering, how do you think Roshi will do? I'd like Piccolo to go down and then the Krillin to Roshi to do well. I think they'll get their dues. I definitely think that... I think Roshi will actually excel himself and impress everyone. Like, he'll probably go after Universe 2 specifically to show how much he's changed. And I think he'll actually hold his own. Like, this is like hit the reaching point. Like, people are thinking, yeah, Roshi's not going to do that well. Oh, he's a colossal perv. I mean, he used to be. Hopefully he'll actually step up and be good. Hopefully. Tetra Timberman, thank you very much. If Yardrat doesn't instant transmission grab the slow bees and drop them into the void, then I'll be disappointed. That's a very good point. That could easily happen. Goku could as well, but against his character. Oh, I don't think he'd do it. It's too logical. Goku won't have a fair fight, so I don't think he would actually resort to it. Zethus Thorn, you say you have questions. Whatever happened to Rosario plus Vampire Abridged? Go and ask X the Dark One where the script is. Because he's meant to be writing the scripts. Just saying. Beast J. Who would you make a Pride Trooper if you could? Gohan. I would love to see Gohan don the Pride Trooper uniform. And if the Pride Troopers become Friends of Universe 7, I would love it that they either come to visit and see the Great Saiyaman, or Gohan does like a special expedition to Universe 11 as a Great Saiyaman, and Toppo sees it and goes like, "Young man, I like the way you pose yourself. I am very impressed with you. I will make you an honorary Pride Trooper." And Gohan's like, "Oh my god, jeez, thank you, sir. Thank you." That would be a nice little filler episode. I'm not gonna lie. That would be really cool if Gohan had a chance to go and visit Universe 11. Jopoika, how I think the tourney will end. I did a video about it, 5 ways it could end, and I think the most logical way that will happen is that Universe 7 doesn't win, and it's Universe 6, but then Beerus is kept alive, and then Universe 7's contents will be moved to another universe. So I think that's the most logical step. Blazewater Sage, thank you very much. With Frost and Frieza teaming up, which one do you think will backstab the other first? You know what? I think it'd be Frost. Frieza will be backstabbed, and he'll actually be impressed by going like, "Oh, I'm glad I guess I'm not so bad from another universe after all." I think he'd be impressed, and I think they're expecting each other to turn on each other. I wouldn't be surprised. Good question though. Michael Lara, thank you very much. Zamasu and Goasu travel to the future to the Barbarians. Is this a spoiler to see that Universe 10 will live? By the way, Warp Kamehameha plus Goku and Cell equals heart. That was definitely very good. And ultimately, when you actually listen to the quote, "We will go out together in a ball of molten rock and death," technically that does happen. Because Goku and Cell go out together when they actually blow up King Kai's planet. Goku dies, Cell kind of dies, And they do, you know, it's a ball of molten rock. So it does happen. So that's a bit of foreshadowing there if you think about it. But Michael Lara saying, I mean, yeah, it could be a spoiler. Or maybe the universe was not supposed to have the Tournament of Power because it was all before the whole Zamasu thing happened. But then multiverse theory. Yeah, it probably is multiverse theory. So, yeah. Or it might be just a thing that they forgot about it. But, no, good question, though. Good question. Hi, Moscow. 2 questions from Black Flare. 1, do you think we'll see the multiversal teams up like the Goku teaming up with a Hit or Vegeta teaming up with Kaba? I don't think they'll team up. I think that hopefully Universe 7 will actually stick to their own universes. But I think we might see them actually having those battles, at least. 2, how do you think a tie would be handled? They would introduce the rule of a time limit for no reason. I think it'll either be sudden death, or the Omni Kings will actually say, will actually do like some kind of score based on the universe's mortal level or something like that. I think that might be the logical thing. Smiling Intellectual, thank you very much. Is Goku training Oob at the end of DBZ a good of an idea? I think it would be better just to teach others Super Saiyan Blue instead of training Oob. No, I think the thing is, though, is that Goku's excited to be fighting against the reincarnation of Kid Buu. He's just going to go off and do his thing. It's very much in Goku's character. He sees, ooh, shiny new thing. I'm going to go train it. Bye! That's the kind of thing he'd do. It checks out. It's not something strange. It's very much in his character to do that. But I think, honestly, Goku wouldn't teach that, because if he did, he would have taught the Kaioken, he would have taught instant transmission, he'd have made sure that people knew his other techniques, but nope, he's not done that. John H, thank you, sir, and hello. What do you think Frieza's plan is for the gods? Keep up the good work. I think what he'll do is that he might actually tell Vegeta accidentally that Beerus was the one that caused Planet Vegeta to be exploded, like he gave the order. And this would throw Vegeta in a state of chaos, maybe take out Beerus, and just throw everything off kilter, and then Frieza will just be there to pick up the pieces, pretty much. So I think that's the way it could happen. Black Noctis again, thank you. If TFS entered the tournament, who would do well? I think you, Lani, and Taka would do well. I'd like to see Kefla more later. She's interesting. Oh, I think we'll definitely see more of Kefla. We've not seen the last of her. She will be figuring quite a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if she and Goku fight. I think I would only survive because I'd find some way to hide, much like I would play in PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Lani would just go in there screaming and then just try and take everyone out as possible. Taka, oof. Taka would just find some way to smooth talk his way through things. Definitely. Trafalgar Lawn, thank you very much. Wouldn't this art be a lot better if the ring were the size of a planet and the time limit was 2 days instead of 48 minutes? Also, like a proper battle royale from the movie. That's a good idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I think that might be a little bit ambitious, though, but I think it's just keeping it to the tournament because that's what Zeno's seen in a fighting arena. So something that was a little bit bigger and something from what he remembered. So honestly, I think he just wants to keep it something that he was interested in. But if we were having another time and having it the size of a small planet and you'd have to find people, that could have been interesting. I think someone way long time ago suggested that people could easily teleport between different universes and try and take each other out in their own universes. That would have been quite cool. And Jotan says, I take an unnecessary risk and die like in PUBG. Yeah, I've done that. I've done that a fair few times, I will admit. More than I would care to admit. Yeah. That's definitely something that holds up. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. John11719, how will they deal with the end of Z? Well, I'm actually going to be working on a video that's going to be coming out in a couple of weeks while I'm away at Kineticon, talking about what they could do with Super after Z. But I think one thing they could possibly do is have basically a part 1 to Dragon Ball Super, and then a part 2 after the end of Z, very much like Naruto pulling a Shippuden. So they could maybe have like a 2-year, 3-4 year time skip after the end of Z, and actually end up overwriting GT. So things take place in age 790, and then it all goes from there. So I think it could happen that way. So we might get like Dragon Ball Super Next Generation, when Goten and Trunks are the leaders, and then Pan and Bra start to figure in it somewhat. And then Goku and Vegeta are more like mentors instead of main fighters. Kuma Teddy, thank you very much. Kefla is the new Bay. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, and I understand why. Definitely understand why. There is something about Kefla which is quite endearing, I must say. Definitely. Well, yeah, I think we've got about 5 more minutes before we will wrap things up here. So I think we'll probably do at least 3 more questions. Okay. Well, apart from this one, Tommy Hamster, what happened with Naruto the Abridged series? Creative differences, really. We want to take one thing in one direction, I want to take it in another, and we just lost touch. We all had jobs, and it just kind of all fell apart, really. It's a shame it did, but, you know, it's just the things happen, really. And we had a good run. We definitely had a good run. John Jones, everyone loves the tsundere. I could give or take a tsundere if I'm honest. I much prefer a kudere, which is like someone who's cold on the outside but actually really deeply cares. But yeah, so that's my particular type. The John H, a little off topic, but what other games besides PUBG do you play? Have you checked out Arena or Saiyan on Android? I haven't. I have iOS, I'm afraid. But I play a little bit of Subnautica. I play a bit of Stardew Valley. Just I like games that have a bit of like a story and a bit of development. But yeah, it's something that I always take good care with, and I'm very careful with. Yeah. But yeah, Stardew Valley is probably my main thing. I like to play a bit of Motorsport Manager as well, and Assetto Corsa, because that's from my old online sim racing days. Very much like thing. Very much time. Need to get back into it sometimes, a hobby. Kuma Teddy, it's because bad girls make the best waifus. Not for me. Horses for courses, really. But fair play to you, Kuma. I can understand why Kefla is cool. Kefla is cool. I am really down with that, and I like the fact that she just smacked Goku's hand away and said, basically, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to kick your ass. You know, pretty much here. I'm like, yes, good. You didn't just bow down because this is Goku. I'm impressed. I like that. Vinbuster, do you think if Dragon Ball Super wants to continue, Dragon Ball Super will keep on continuing? As far as I can see it, Dragon Ball Super will continue until Masako Nozawa dies, pretty much. Because once Goku's voice actor dies, then I think that's pretty much it. Unless they can find a sound alike, which I think is almost impossible. I wouldn't be surprised if Masako Nozawa is training someone up, just in case that happens. Buddy Kong 717, thank you very much. Have you ever wondered why Kais have Potara? I was thinking it might be passed down knowledge. What do you think? Well, basically, the reason why they came into existence in the first place was because Toriyama had come up with the idea of the fusion dance for Fusion Reborn, and he felt like he needed a different type of fusion, and he created the Potara earrings just as a decoration for the Kais, and then he just hit upon the idea going like, oh yeah, those Kai guys have those earrings. Maybe they could do something. And so he stumbled upon the idea after designing those earrings and going like, I could use that. I could use that. It's convenient. It's a tool of convenience, which is something that Toriyama does. It's very much in his nature to just go like, oh yeah, that thing. Oh, that could be neat. Let's do that. So that's the long or the short of it, really. Nate Jones, who or what do you think are the final 2 fighters from Universe 6 or 4? Well, there were leaks about a cicada or like a locust type of character that we've not seen. That might be one of the bigger ones in Universe 4. As for Universe 6, I think the ones that we haven't seen yet are ones that are going to figure quite significantly, or Toei hasn't finalized the design for. So it remains to be seen. John H again, FYI, I just checked an Arena of Saiyan is on iOS too. It's a way better Dokkan. Thanks for your time. Oh, well, okay, John H. I'll check it out after the stream. Thank you for the recommendation. Very much appreciated, and thank you for the donation. Okay. Soul Semblance. Can you do the Anime Zone and review animes again? Well, the Anime Zone's Gigux thing, but I had Anifile. And the trouble is, though, due to the unique way anime is held on YouTube, I don't think I'll be going back to it because I don't want to get copyright strikes on this channel anymore. So, stuff that I did before, I don't think will work because I want to keep the integrity of this channel and not get any strikes on it. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be able to stream here. It's just not worth the risk, I'm honest. Black Notice, I would like to see a Universe 6 Namek. It'll be interesting. See how Namek actually held up, because there wasn't a Frieza Empire. They might have not been destroyed. Maybe they might be waiting for that if they ever did a Universe 6 arc where we actually go to Universe 6 and visit it. So maybe they're holding that off for the moment. The Fusion Warrior, thank you. My bet is next arc is Goku and Vegeta follow Frost and Frieza to Universe 6 and spend 3 years there, leading to End of Z and beyond. That is a very good point, and as I was just saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Goku and Vegeta go to visit Universe 6 to go and actually check out the Saiyan world. But that's a good idea, though. Frost and Frieza could then try and destroy the Saiyans in Universe 6. So, blow them up. And it's up to Goku and Vegeta to stop them. That'd be a really cool arc. Like, that could be the Frieza Revenge arc. Or the Frost Revenge. The Frost Revenge arc. That's what I call that arc. Yeah. We got it, guys. Let's see if we can... Let's hope that happens. So I'm going to call it. We're going to have the Frost Revenge arc. And it's Frost, with the help of Frieza, taking out Universe 6's Saiyans. And Goku and Vegeta have to save them. So I think that's what could happen. I think that's definitely what could happen. Raymond Neal, we like your reviews better though. Well, that is very kind of you to say, and I do like doing the super reviews. I like doing them even when I was doing them right at the beginning when they didn't have as many views. I just like making them. I asked people on Twitter, would you like me to do super reviews? They all pretty much said yes. So then I did it, because you guys wanted it. David Malone says, Revenge of Frost, The Reckoning. For real this time. Yeah, no, right? Isn't that true? Alright, okay. We've gone on a little bit longer, so I think we'll find 2 more questions and then we'll wrap things up. Jonathan Patino, do you think those who fall off the stage will die? Well, at the moment, they've only said that if you fall off the ring, you lose. So you lose and you're out of the tournament. So for now, they've not clarified on that. As in, they haven't actually gotten around to actually confirming it. And Havarok, oh hey Havarok, how you doing? Everyone say hi to Havarok. He's been doing a lot of help with my research for some videos. We're actually working on another little mini-series that's going to come in the future. Very interesting, actually. But, yeah, everyone say hi to him. PSI Savant, what is Masako's stand? Oh, that's a good question. What would it be? Yes. I think it would be from Muse. And it would be, I would say, with the power of my stand, neutron star collision. Or something like that. Or grand unification or something like that. From Fight Star. But I have to admit, I found a really funny thing that I think Senile Snake, the guy who did Paragus and DBZA, voiced. And it was Hank Hill's stand. Saying, I will defeat you, mighty thing, with the power of my stand. Propane Nightmare. And instead of saying, he was like, what? And you can find it on YouTube, and it was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Donnell, Yardrats, apparently if you fall off the stage, you go poof and cease to exist. I'm not confirmed about that yet. I'm not quite sure about that, but we'll clarify that. Haverock says, tell everyone about the lotus background in Zeno's room. Tell them that we're not crazy. Oh yeah, because all to do with that realm of the gods and the lotus leaf. It's meant to be the crowning glory, and that's what Zeno's little his digs are mostly based about that. So you know, it's definitely there. We are onto something. So Haverock and I are not going crazy. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. PM goes like, do I look like what I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. 3. Oh my god, there's such a delay. People are already like obsessing over that. Hank Hill and Peter Griffin say, yeah, and I'll beat you, Hank Hill, with the power of my stand. Journey. Don't stop believing there. Yeah. Tartube man, the arena is final destination confirmed. Oh man. Dragon Ball Fighters. We need the World of Void as a playable stage. I mean, since we're not going to have any more DLC for Xenoverse 2, if we had that as a stage for Dragon Ball Fighters, that would be amazing. And the fact that you couldn't fly. If that was baked into that, that would be amazing. Jarrett Gibson, do you think Shin can be redeemed as a character? I think if he can actually, you know, pull his finger out of his bum, he can actually, you know, get some, you know, worlds created, or make sure Beerus doesn't destroy them. One idea that could happen is that maybe Shin goes to find Super Dragon Balls and wishes back every single planet that Beerus destroyed without his permission. So, you know, all the planets that Beerus destroyed will get brought back to life. That could happen. I mean, the Super Shenron can grant any wish. You know, that's possible. Well, yeah, anyway. Sorry, Reactiverse, you caught me just at the time when we're about to wrap things up. So, don't worry, I'll be back next week doing more streams. And I will eventually be doing another Xenoverse 2 stream once the new DLC comes out. So that means Potara can play some more. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for your, you know, generous support. And I love talking about this. This has definitely been a good start to the Universe Tournament of Power. I think we're in for a good time. In any case, thank you all for tuning in, and I shall see you soon tomorrow for my new discussion video, all about my top 6 inconsistencies in Dragon Ball Super. I think you'll like that. It's a pretty good one. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in, guys, and just have a good evening. Until next time, catch you later.